Hello! Welcome to Brain Spill, the laziest show on the internet. My name is Tank, and are you sick of those same political parties going at it on election night every single time it comes round? The same broken promises and lies told to you by those crooked politicians? Well, suffer no more, because I have the man of the people, someone who speaks the truth and acts in the best interests of every American. Yes, I'm talking none other than this man with a Wellington boot on his head. You may be wondering why I've put this picture of a man who has clearly had too many mushrooms at a music festival, but no, this is the person we are going to be talking about today. His name is Vermin Supreme. Yes, although he is a political candidate, he's not exactly the kind of person you'd think of when you think of somebody going for the top job in the country. And you're about to learn that this guy likes ponies. And when I say likes ponies, I mean he really, really likes ponies. Vermin Supreme is an American artist, activist, movie producer, and generally just loves the idea of anarchy. He is certainly best known, however, for his political activism and his bids to run as the President of the United States. This isn't the first time that he's done this, however, as he's actually been very politically active since about 1986. At just age 25, he was a participant in the Great Peace March, a march with the sole purpose of global nuclear disarmament. And you may be wondering, Tank, surely his name isn't actually Vermin Supreme? Well, it is. Now anyway, because he changed it in 1990 as part of his election bid, so you know this man's serious about the job. Just for completeness of the video and also to round off my research, I did actually look into seeing if I could find out what Vermin Supreme's actual original name is. However, it certainly seems like this is a very closely guarded secret. So just to give you an idea as to how much of an off-the-wall character he is, I'm going to read out some of his campaign pledges so you get a true idea as to the kind of person we're dealing with here. Vermin Supreme has the following campaign pledges. Mandatory toothbrushing. To combat the moral and oral decay of this great nation, President Supreme will sign a declaration of war on plaque, and citizens will be required to submit to regular inspections of their gum lines. Zombie power. It is vitally important to Vermin Supreme that we all ensure a beautiful and healthy world for our ponies into the future. To do so, President Supreme will do away with the widely used sources of energy that are detrimental to pony habitats. These sources will be replaced with infinite and renewable zombie power. As to what zombie power is, I can't really tell you because it doesn't say. But with a wizard-like beard such as this, I'm pretty much willing to believe anything this man tells me because he clearly has great wizardic power. Further policies include concentration camps. There will be no wall. Instead, there will be a large moat dug around every newly erected official Vermin Supreme concentration camp and pony ranch. This water feature will be known as the Border, Lazy River and Immigration Checkpoint. Ponynomics. Vermin Supreme will grant wishes by implementing the absolutely free Federal Pony Identification Program, AFPIP. The first step of this program will be to make ponies very small. The next step will be implemented when tiny ponies and universal pony ownership have been achieved. Universal pony ownership? This is something that we will get onto, but bear with me here. Kangaroo courts. Vermin Supreme will redefine crime as any act that disagrees with, denies or otherwise opposes Vermin's enforced freedoms, including but not limited to travelling without your pony or not flossing your teeth, and any act that causes harm to another person or people. You might be wondering why there's such a prevalence of ponies throughout all the campaign pledges. Well, Vermin Supreme says that if he gets elected president, he will be basing the US economy on a pony-based economy. And what that means is that every US citizen will get their own free pony. The specifics are unclear. However, it certainly sounds better than what we have now, and I am very much looking forward to the day where every American gets a free pony. As a matter of fact, there is an entire campaign platform on Vermin Supreme's website, so if you are interested in looking further into this pony-based economy, then I would certainly recommend having a look at the full campaign pledges, which I will be, of course, leaving a link down in the description for you. Although he's been running as a fringe candidate in various local and national elections for the past 30 years, he really gained internet notoriety in 2011, following a stunt he pulled at a lesser-known New Hampshire candidacy forum. This candidates forum is intended to show off lesser-known or fringe candidates to highlight their campaign trails, and that also included Vermin Supreme. He gave an empowered 2-minute speech about gingivitis, free ponies for all Americans, and this quote. "My name is Vermin Supreme. I'm a friendly fascist, a tyrant you can trust, and you should let me run your life because I do know what's best for you. Yes, I'm a politician, and I will promise you anything your electoral heart desires because you are my constituents. You are the informed voting public, and because I have no intention of keeping any promise that I make." A man of the people indeed. But what gave this man true meme status was what he did during his closing statement. And just for some background here, the man sat to Vermin's left during the forum is a man named Randall Terry, a well-known pro-life and anti-gay marriage candidate. So Vermin Supreme says the following: "Jesus told me to make Randall Terry gay." He then proceeds to throw glitter all over Randall Terry, which he doesn't look too amused by the glitter bombing stunt. However, this was all the internet needed, and the clip was eventually sent around the internet in its droves. It even reached the very front page of Reddit, and this was all that a lot of people needed to convince them that this was the man for them. Politics at its finest, people. What's even funnier as well is the Wikipedia page for Randall Terry. His picture on it is that of the glitter bombing incident, so he literally can't escape it. You would have thought with his newfound internet celebrity status that he might have done quite well during the 2012 election. Unfortunately, he didn't get that many votes, but this didn't stop him from pushing his pony-based agenda. In fact, in 2016, he was actually banned from that same forum due to the previous stunt he'd pulled. You know, throwing glitter over somebody. His 2016 election bid didn't really go that well either, so after a few failed attempts and doing this for so long, you might be wondering, where's Vermin Supreme now? What's he doing, especially during these bleak times that we're all living through? Well, 2017 was a very interesting year for Vermin Supreme. He planned on protesting the release of Hillary Clinton's new book, What Happened? This was named the Pony Protest, and Vermin Supreme asked his constituents to rise up and protest the fact that Hillary Clinton doesn't like ponies enough. Yes, that's the only f***ing reason this protest even happened. Vermin Supreme even asked his constituents to bring their own ponies with them, if they had them, to the protest in order to drive the point home. The book signing was meant to happen in Concord, New Hampshire, meaning that Vermin Supreme applied for a license in order to be legally allowed to protest the event. That request was denied, however, and I can imagine that whoever had the actual application request in front of them probably couldn't believe their eyes as to what they were reading. In response, Vermin Supreme asserted his right to pony and acquired attorney Mark Randazza, an attorney with a reputation for advocacy for First Amendment rights, in order to sue the city of Concord for the right of the license. And like the huge baller he is, they actually won the case, and they managed to get the decision overturned and the license was issued, meaning that Vermin Supreme and his constituents were free to protest the event. A stipulation for this, however, was the fact that anybody that did bring a pony with them to the event had to pay a parking fee like they would a normal car. So I guess they are taking on board the pony-based economy after all. And guess what? The protest was a success! They had an attendance of over 1,000 people, and many people brought their ponies to even have their very own pony parade. This all sounds fantastic, but also you might think it's all a little bit silly. However, the actual intention behind the protest was put as a statement on Vermin Supreme's website. The mission of this campaign is to spread a loud and unapologetic message of free thought, clean smiles and ponies. Through satire and humour, I present real issues with fantastical context, in-depth analysis, and a dose of much-needed humour in the political sphere. With thought-provoking activism, I stand against the tyrannical duopoly, the violent police state, and all forms of overreaching government. I seek a world of liberty, a world in which all individuals are sovereign over their own lives and are not forced to sacrifice their values for the benefit of others. I believe the respect for individual rights is the essential precondition for a free and prosperous world, that force and fraud must be banished from human relationships, and that only through freedom can peace and prosperity be realised. Go on. Consequently, I will always defend each person's right to engage in any activity that is peaceful and honest, and welcome in diversity that freedom brings. The world I seek to build is one where individuals are free to follow their own dreams in their own ways, without interference from the government or any other authoritarian power. With honesty, empathy, courage, and free ponies for everyone, I will lead past, present, and future America to the pinnacle of freedom under the rule of the one and only tyrant you can trust. Well, at least he's an honest man, which isn't something you can say about a lot of political candidates these days. So the question remains, where is our saviour now? What is Vermin Supreme doing? Is he running for the 2020 election? Well, yes he is. He is running as a candidate for the Libertarians, and in mid-May, the Libertarians' National Conference is due to take place, where delegates of the party are there to vote on who they want as their candidates for the party. Look, on this channel, I don't tend to go deep into politics. However, on this occasion, I'm willing to make an exception. In mid-May, if you're at the Libertarian National Convention and you're eligible to vote for this man, I implore you to do so. We need a wizard-bearded, gingivitis-fighting, pony-giving president of the United States. And hey, if you're not there and you can't vote, then at the very least, how about you share this video with a delegate who can? Together, we can convince them to get this man elected. If you like the video, be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to be notified as soon as I upload my next video, be sure to hit the bell button. And if you've got any ideas as to what videos you'd like me to discuss next, let me know down in the comments below. As always, sources used in the video will be in the description. Right, well, I'm going to go take an economics class. The pony variety, of course, because when we inevitably get Vermin Supreme into power, I want to have the edge when we eventually transition into a pony-based economy. I'll see you guys in the next video. Fantastic.